For our area, let's get a first look at the weather impact forecast with Chief Meteorologist Andrea Michaels. Andrea, the changeover starting to happen in our area as well.
Yes, that's for sure, Evan. There are a few spots where it's been much slower than anticipated for sure, particularly the Harrisburg area. But once we got closer to sunset and once we got past it, the transition has taken place, and you can see now some snow-covered areas on the grass mostly, but even maybe starting to get a little slushy in the roads here. I know it might be a little difficult to tell, but I think I am starting to see some tire tracks here. This is Interstate 81 by the Shippensburg area. This is 83 at Queen Street and also 83 at Arsenal Road, both in York County. And so far it still looks like the ground, it's still too warm for this to stick, and certainly not snowing hard enough for that. This is 283 at 722, and there might be a little bit of slush starting to move in at this point as well. Snow continues to fall. The storm still working on intensifying, and it'll continue to do that through the night. Ultimately, of course, bringing the higher amounts from shore points and up through New England, enough for blizzard warnings there. We have a winter storm warning. That's this pink over all of our area. That's going to continue until the early morning. But I think for the most part, aside from slushy roads, travel is going to be easy to clean up for this, in particular through the morning and into the afternoon. So the time frame of how long it's going to be a little dicey isn't going to be as much as obviously farther out to the east. Where you're seeing some of these medium to darker shades of blue are where we're getting some heftier bursts of snow right now. A lot of it, though, still light to moderate. And look at this donut hole that has just formed over the Harrisburg area. This is a result of temperatures being above freezing, of course. Not just yesterday, where lots of spots were well into the 40s, but also today. So there's been a very hard time with the transition there. Visibility is down, though, where the snow is coming down pretty hefty. Where you see these numbers a little lighter might be, or a little higher, might be where the snow is actually a little lighter, or maybe it's taking a little bit of a break. Either way, though, here is a look at Futurecast, and notice the dark ribbon here. There still could be some oomph in spots in our higher elevation locations. That's why we think that they will get higher amounts than the rest of our area in particular. But once we get close to 1 o'clock in the morning and onward, you'll notice that this does start to fizzle rather fast. We might just have some lingering snow showers or flurries toward daybreak, but after that, I think crews will have an easier time cleaning up any slush in the roads that there may be, especially on some of those secondary and back roads where they're less traveled. And of course, they're more shaded and whatnot, so they don't get as impacted by the warmer temperatures and therefore the clear roads like you see with your majors. But we have had to make some adjustments to our snow totals with a little bit of a shift too in the track to the east. That's allowed us to eliminate the 8 to 12 inch range that we had in the eastern half of Lancaster County, where we're able to comfortably move that into Chester County. And we think a 5 to 8 inch range covers a good portion of the eastern spots of our area, and maybe where we're getting a little bit of that oomph. Our higher elevations can get anywhere from 5 to 8 inches. But I will say, valley locations where you were milder, you could very well fall short here. And with the back edge moving to the east, we did have to drop our totals all the way down to York, including Harrisburg, Carlisle, Duncannon, Lycans, and even Lebanon. And we were able to drop down our western spots too in Franklin County, just along Chambersburg and portions to the west. We'll keep you up to date, of course, and let you know how this continues to evolve and how road conditions are doing through the rest of the evening and into the night.